wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Chug and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
What up? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see everybody here today. A little bit warmer today than it was yesterday.
It is. It's kind of playing with my emotions over here.
It is, okay.
Yesterday, I needed a bigger jacket. I didn't have one. Today, I needed less of a jacket. My jacket was too big.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get.
It's messing with me.
Yeah, so it's a little bit warmer, probably, good 5-10 degrees. It was in the 50s yesterday, and you're in the mid-60s, I would say, right now. It's going to be in the mid-70s by early this morning, about 10 a.m.
It's borderline streaking weather right here. It's nice out.
Go for it, man. Nobody's going to stop you.
I think
Nobody's going to stop you.
Everybody in this room is going to encourage you.
no one's going to stop me in this room, and then as soon as I leave, tackle that guy.
You know, though, around that racetrack gas station, I have a feeling you wouldn't be the only guy streaking naked.
Oh, I was there.
Now.
I was there earlier today, and it was.
Yeah.
Have you been on the side of it where they put those picnic tables in? They just created a little space for the odd to assemble.
It's weird because we have two racetracks within about a mile and a half, and I call that the catcalling area. I've been catcalled on both areas. Woo-hoo, whistling, hooting and hollering.
By men or women?
A lot of them's men.
They like what you got going on.
I guess.
Yeah, they do. And I've noticed an odd phenomenon. There's been more people that they do this thing where they sleep half in and half out of the street. So they kind of half lay in it, but like their legs are laying in the street. So it's a very interesting thing we got going on.
It's an edgy way to nap.
It is. It's kind of risky. So, you never know. You might wake up and somebody's run over your legs.
Yeah, you don't know if somebody's coming at you, texting and driving, not paying attention, doesn't see your leg.
Extreme napping. I love it.
It is extreme napping. So you got all that going on here. Coming up today on the show, we got a ton of stuff. I see that Jaybird has got on his pizza outfit ready for World Record Wednesday at about 7:10 this morning or 7:15, somewhere around there. You're going to be going for the record for chugging 2 liters.
Yeah, and this guy who did it, he's a beast. He did it in under, I think, 25 seconds.
Wow.
Something like that. So I need little tricks right now. How can we get me as parched and as thirsty as possible?
Eat
sand.
salt.
Or salt.
Wait, hold on, there's so many ideas. What did you say,
Eat
Kev?
sand.
Eat sand, you said salt. All right, sand and salt, baby.
Or get a bowl of mixture of sand and salt. They're actually very similar.
Okay, I got to get dehydrated for this bit.
That'd be my suggestion. So we got that going to be coming up here today. We're going to be playing the Rocco match game, which is going to be fun, where Virginia's son Rocco had said something. We bleep out one word. You got to try to figure out what that word was. Do we have that driving test today, Virginia?
We can. So I'm ready to go, but Mags is back in school today. Palm Beach County goes back to school. So we only have her up until, I think she has to report to school at like 7:30.
Oh, she does? Okay. All
So
right.
up
We might
until
be able to squeeze
7:30,
that in,
grab her.
Do we have to bump World Record Wednesday?
No,
No.
never. Salt and sand is happening.
Yeah, we can do that. Got a ton of makeup or breakup emails that people have been sending in. Just after 8 o'clock this morning, we'll get to those. And then we got another Battle of the Generations at about 8:30. We've got Gen Z going up against the Millennials today. So all that is going to be happening here on your Wednesday KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I want to let all the weirdos know out there that listen to the Weird and Whatever program. That's going to be back tonight, 6 p.m. on the KVJ YouTube page. We'd love to have you.
Okay.
Some of the things we're going to talk about. There's this one guy who he claims he was abducted by an alien. Going to talk about his story.
Okay.
Teleporting. Believe it or not, some people believe this is a thing, Virginia, where you can be teleported to another time. We're going to delve into that. And then there's so many of these UFO stories where hundreds or even thousands of people have this mass experience together, you know, from the 90s, from the 80s, and it wasn't well reported internationally. You know, we would have known about it here in Florida, but in that area, It's legendary. For example, there's a big story from 1994 off of the lake shore of Michigan. The big old UFO sighting where hundreds and hundreds of people saw. And we're going to delve into that. And it's a mystery. They have no idea what it was. Kind of like those Phoenix lights. You know, the military had no idea what all of these big, massive, they look like spaceships, what they were in the sky. So we're going to talk about all that alien stuff tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if I sold people or if I lost them, Virginia.
What time's everybody tuning in again?
6 p.m., YouTube,
6 p.m.
KVJ.
Okay. There you go. Just look for it by name.
And, of course, we'll give some ghost updates and stuff like that.
And what do you have on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I was listening to a different radio thing yesterday, and on this news talk station, they were talking about how if you have your Christmas tree in your house right now and you're getting ready to throw it out, maybe don't throw it out, because there is a new book out called How to Eat Your Christmas Tree, and they were talking about all these recipes, and one in particular spoke to me because I thought about you, Jaybird. There's a recipe how you can take your Christmas tree and turn it into pine vodka. Oh. Where somehow you cook down the pine needles or something and then you infuse them with the vodka. I know you've always dreamt of drinking Pine Sol. This might be the next best thing.
Only tree I got right now is a fake one. I'm not sure that's going to go. Can I?
All right, if anybody has a Christmas tree and they're getting ready to throw it out and it's of the pine variety, let us know. We'll take your tree so we can make Jaybird some pine vodka.
That seems like that would be a lengthy process.
It does, yeah. It doesn't seem like something you just do in 10 minutes.
I feel like you just need some of the needles. We could cook it down, make a simple syrup, add it to the vodka, bam.
I feel like we need to outsource this to somebody who lives in Port St. Lucie or Okeechobee. I feel like they would know how to do that. And I mean that as a compliment, by the way.
Seems very simple there.
It does.
Well, if you're starting off the new year and you're trying to figure, okay, what am I going to do to try to shed a couple of pounds? They do evaluations of all the different diets that you can try. And they're saying for a 5th year in a row that the Mediterranean diet is where to go. They say that is the best diet, healthiest thing that you can take on. In fact, a lot of people really don't even want people to diet because the concept is wonky, where you all of a sudden do something that's radical to try to lose weight and then you'll go back to your regular life, and they say that doesn't really lead to healthy habits, and people with the fluctuation of weight is not really good for your body.
When you speak of the Mediterranean, what would be on that kind of list?
It is really kind of based in a lot of fruits, vegetables, and then you'll have lean meats, your fish or your chicken, those kind of things would be in there. So a lot of these diets, I'm looking at the U.S. News and World Report that has this, and they rated the top 3, and there really is similarity in the top 3. They're basically diets that will eliminate processed foods, and it accentuates fruits, vegetables, beans, lentils, whole grains, nuts, and seeds.
You lost him.
Yeah.
Did you see his eyes glazing over?
What? No processed food? What?
You lost him at no processed food.
So those are the ones that they're rating. They say if you truly want to make a change in your body, try to get rid of those kind of things that are not good for you. The top 3 that they have was the Mediterranean, the DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. It emphasizes reducing your salt intake. And then the Flexitarian diet, which is basically vegetarian, but every now and then you'll wolf down a burger.
Okay.
Those are the 3 that they are saying are the top.
Flexitarian.
Flexitarian.
Like you're flexible with your thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I do the keto thing, and it's worked for me.
We know.
It works for just my body. I feel good with it, and what I primarily eat is meats and vegetables. That, for the most part, is what I consume. And I do eat a lot of nuts. That's a big part of my diet.
I love nuts, but
I do too.
Again, I like the salty. I like the almonds with the when
She likes honey roasted nuts.
when your fingertips
Yeah.
look like you're doing fingerprints
Right.
at the police station.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
do make them more tasty.
Lots of sugar,
Yeah.
lots of salt.
Oh, and by the way, happy National Keto Day. Today's
Yeah.
National Keto Day.
National Keto
Yeah.
Day today.
Look at that.
Oddly enough, the keto diet doesn't ever rank very high as far as one of the best. In fact, they usually put it in the basement of the better diets to try. That's why I don't necessarily recommend it to anybody else. Look into it. And I don't know why that is. I guess maybe they feel like it's not rounded enough. It's too limiting.
A lot of people too, because I did this test where they run your DNA and they tell you what diet is best for you. And they told me Mediterranean. They said because I don't metabolize fat very well, the keto is not good for me because there's still some fats in a lot of those meats that you consume.
Yeah, right.
Because a lot of keto says like, oh, you can still have bacon and sausage.
Sure,
And like,
yeah.
My butt does not need bacon and sausage, even though I love it.
Yeah.
I don't metabolize fats maybe as good as you do. And
Right.
it was in my DNA, like it showed me.
The thing that I wonder, though, is somebody like me who's on the keto diet. The one thing that you hear so much about is how bad it is for the environment to raise cattle and all these livestock and animals. So you're seeing a big move to all the plant-based stuff. And I had done that because I was just trying different diets, see how I did. So I did the vegetarian for 2 weeks. I got bloated and just felt lethargic. And
See, that's all about it right there. Listen to your body.
right, it wasn't working for me. So I went back to the
Totally.
keto. I felt lean, mean, had better energy. And I'm noticing that a lot of places, including KFC, they're about to debut a plant-based fried chicken. And I wonder if the world does move to the plant-based stuff where it looks like meat, smells like meat, everything about it, but it's actually plants. If I eat that, and if that were the core of my diet, am I going to go back to feeling bloated and lethargic?
But there's a lot of people too that, you know, depending on what kind of plant-based meats you're eating and all
Yeah.
that, some of it's still not healthy food.
And
It's
some of it's
Right,
not.
yeah.
It's considered junk food, actually. I know
Yeah.
when I was doing all that stuff,
point,
I was
yeah.
doing Gardein and all that, and Ryan Beckett was all over my butt saying, like, this is still considered junk food. You can
Because of the fillers and the
Right.
additives and the crap they put in it to try to make it taste like meat.
You can still get portly being a vegan, believe
Yeah.
it or not.
That was it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I was looking down. I was getting a gut doing a vegetarian. I'm like, how is this? And I was mainly eating vegetables, but just the other things that I was eating was bloating my body up.
I'm not even talking vegetarian. I'm talking vegan. You can still
Oh,
get.
yeah.
It depends on what you're doing. You can still get a little bad as a vegan.
Your
Okay.
body's like my body. We just don't do well with carbs.
Yeah.
Those carby,
Right.
starchy.
Any of that stuff.
I just can't do it.
I feel like I was built for carbs.
You were.
was.
You're a different beast.
God was in the. He was up there going, okay, this guy. We're gonna put this part to that part. He's built for carbs.
Your mama's
Yeah.
water broke in the Pizza Hut.
I
That right there tells you it sets your course for the rest of your life.
I can lose weight real quick if I want to. I think I was built for carbs.
You
Damn,
were.
that is my power.
Everybody's different.
I think that really is the biggest thing. If you're finding a diet to start off the new year, you have to realize that everybody is different and you've got to try different ones out to find out what's right for you. Just because somebody says, oh, I lost all this weight, that may be great for them. It may not be great for you.
And you have to listen to your body. And it requires really being like thoughtful about it. Maybe keeping a food journal so you can look at it and say, okay, I wrote down that I ate this and I wrote down that I felt this. Every day, keep
Yeah.
a journal and write that.
true.
And then you can look at it and say, oh, okay, yeah. When I ate this, I didn't feel good. But when I ate this, I felt great. I had energy.
Water can give me a headache and make me nauseous.
See?
Everyone's different.
That's the
Yeah.
opposite of me. If I drink nothing but water, I feel great. If I drink soda, I feel like poop.
Yeah.
It's just, I just feel yucky.
Keep in mind, too, if you are eating soda and a lot of those things are saying, I feel great on it, it is a lot of times the chemicals tricking your brain into thinking that you're actually feeling great. And then you go to the doctor, he's like, you're not doing well, man.
Yeah, if you're trying to diet, soda ain't the way.
Coming up, we got Jaybird chugging 2 liters.
I will say that since 2022, I've taken
He's
a break.
literally holding a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Yes.
I was raised on this.
So we all got our own little thing. Talking about things that are ridiculously expensive that people are tired of spending money on, streaming services. They talk about how people are going to be knocking down how many streaming services they have.
I need to. It's ridiculous what I got going on.
How many you
Joy,
at now?
I don't even know. I
Yeah.
was looking at my TV thingy, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I own that one. I got that one. I barely watched that one.
Yeah. I've had the one where I went into a service I didn't think I had, and mysteriously it opened up, and I'm like, oh gosh, how long have I been paying for this thing?
Me too. With Hulu. I have Hulu.
I'm like, I didn't know I had this. How long have I been paying for this? This is crazy.
too.
Yeah, just magically it opens right up for me. Yeah, so they're talking about exactly which platforms a lot of people are going to be keeping. Netflix seems like it is the staple for so many people. But then you've got all the other sidelines. You got to figure out how many you're going to want to keep. Most people will do maybe 2, tops 3. you are really a binge watcher if you've got 4 or 5 streaming services, is what they're saying for the future.
Bird.
I got to clean house is what I'm going to do.
Just don't drop Disney Plus because I poached that off of you.
I can't drop Disney Plus because we got the Boba Fett thing going on right now, so you're good.
See, Disney Plus is the one for me that is the periphery. It is the one that I pick up for a month or however long you can pay for it. We do the quickest thing. I watch whatever it is I want to watch and I cancel it again. Because just right now, there's not enough on Disney Plus for me to want to watch. I don't feel the need to go back and watch the Disney classics. I don't need to watch all the old Star Wars.
You don't love Boba Fett?
I do want to see that, but I'm waiting for the Mandalorian to come back, and the Boba Fett too. They're dropping 1 new episode a week, right?
We got to stop her from saying Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, not doing
let
that.
her continue to
You're
do
not
that.
doing that.
Boba Fett.
Not gonna happen. Not on your watch.
No.
Not
What are
on
you
my
gonna do?
watch.
Take me down with your lightsaber?
You are a Sith Lord. You're tough.
Yeah, to me, there's just not enough right now on the Disney Plus. In fact, I was looking, oddly enough, it's really kind of crazy what people are watching on Disney Plus. If you had to take a guess, what do you think is the most popular show on Disney Plus globally in 2021?
Bird.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, that is a really solid guess. That's actually number 2. Number 2,
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Yeah, Mickey
Clubhouse,
Mouse
that's what I
Clubhouse.
said.
Hot dog, hot diggity
Hot
dog.
diggity dog.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's number 2. So what do you think is the most popular show for all of last year on Disney Plus? If it's not the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It's not Mandalorian.
It's not Mandalorian, no. Mandalorian, I don't even see in the top 10.
Is it the superhero kids family thing?
I don't see that. It is The Simpsons.
Oh.
Right? Can you imagine people are getting Disney Plus and the number one thing people watched all of last year was The Simpsons?
Well, I did the Peacock one just because it's got The Office on there. And if
Okay,
you are an
yeah.
Office fan, the Super Fan episode was released recently, so you have that ready to go.
I saw you post that on our Facebook. That was good?
Yeah.
Okay, they're longer.
It's
they have
extra content.
deleted scenes,
Yes.
basically, you've never seen of The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that surprise you that The Simpsons would be the number one most watched thing? And to
Yes.
me, I guess The Simpsons is off the radar. I mean, I know it's still running, but it's probably been 20 years since I've really sat down and watched an episode of The Simpsons.
It's beloved still.
I know. It's crazy. Obviously, if it's number 1, with all the programming you've got on Disney Plus, The Simpsons is number 1. Something called Bluey is number 3. I assume that's a kid show that you just plop your kid in front of on Disney Plus.
Bluey?
Bluey. I don't know what that is. I don't have young
know
kids.
either, yeah.
They've got Jessie at number 4. Is that what you see on the Disney Channel, that show?
That's
Jessie?
the Jessie that you're thinking of
Okay.
with the kids, but it's not a cartoon.
Yeah, it's an acted out. It's the one with the terrible laugh track.
Yes, and I don't know if are they currently doing new episodes? I think one of the kids from that show died.
Damn, okay, there it is. There's that depressing comment
thank you, Virginia.
on this lovely Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It only took you 40 minutes to get really depressing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's number 4. Look at that. That's the top 4 shows on Disney Plus. And, The Mandalorian, because they call it Star Wars The Mandalorian. That's number 6.
Okay.
Loki beat it out, though, at number 5.
Do all of those Disney actors go to the same type of acting school? They all kind of act the same way.
They must encourage
kids
it. The
do.
director must have them do that. I'm sure it's a formula they have that they've tested with kid audiences, that they love it. You got to be overpronounced. I don't know why it is. It feels like you have to scream at children. Because I'm just watching what my son watches on TikTok, and every person that he's watching is screaming. Like, why does everybody scream on TikTok?
If someone's scrolling through TikTok, it's just nothing but ooh, ha.
It's maddening. I was doing a project a couple nights ago, and I'm trying to concentrate. My wife is next to me going through a TikTok thread. It's like,
You're doing that in the car.
it's the most unsettling thing sitting next. Try it. Try taking a serious algebra test next to somebody who's scrolling through a very loud TikTok thread. It's absolutely impossible.
Virginia was doing that after our Keys trip, and I was so hungover, and she kept on scrolling through TikTok.
In retrospect, yes, I should have put on headphones.
Oh my God!
But I
it's
too
so
was
jarring.
I too was hungover, so headphones when you're hungover is not fun.
No. If you like all the superhero stuff on Disney Plus, which is what I would go in for, yeah, Loki 5, Star Wars, The Mandalorian 6, WandaVision 7, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they have at number 10. And then just randomly at number 9, Grey's Anatomy.
People love Grey's too.
Magnolia loves Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy. She's obsessed.
Kind of crazy. So that is the top stuff that they've got right now on Disney Plus. If you're deciding whether or not that's going to be one of the platforms you're going to be keeping in the new year, that's what you got to check out. I guess this isn't that surprising. We were asking people on the KVJ Show Facebook page, what is something that you will never do again? And the top answer, get married.
Oh, that's
Wow,
duh.
man.
I know someone who's getting married for the 3rd time. I wanted to go, no, don't do it.
What?
To tackle him.
Are you insane?
I know. 3 times.
Who is this person?
I'm not telling
Do
you.
I
but-
know them?
But I'm like, the other 2 didn't work out that great.
Do I know this person?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my gosh, 3rd?
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, come on now. Come on now. I was surprised too. Some people were saying this, like Angela said, have kids. They're too expensive and disrespectful.
Damn.
Oh, dang. Upper kid, don't read that thread.
It is kind of rude. I mean, they come into your life, they take all your money, and they're mean to you. Like, really?
Oh, I
Yeah.
get why you would have an attitude towards
Right.
your kid.
How's that fair?
The next top answers that people are putting up there, something that you'll never do again, have to do with things you'd put in your mouth. Like Christine said, fireball shots. Yeah, okay, get that. Somebody else said, drink Southern Comfort Manhattans. Sounds like that could be potent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody else had said, eat buffet sushi. Ooh.
definitely.
Yeah, I know for me, I'm never doing an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet that is in the Smoky Mountains.
Because didn't you vomit?
Oh, I got the worst food poisoning. I went to a family reunion that we had there in the Smokies. And I was like, oh, what are you doing? Don't get seafood unless you're right next to a good body of water. What's wrong with you? I mean, if they're not pulling it right out of the Atlantic or someplace like that, I mean, who knows how old that fish was? Come on, Kev. Somebody else said the tuna salad sandwich at the JFK Gate snack stand. So cleansing.
Unless you've made this tuna salad sandwich yourself,
Yeah.
you should not be eating it, because if it's sat in some kind of boxed refrigerated container,
Yeah.
that is disgusting to me.
Some things that people are never going to do again also had to do with some experiences they've had. Like Charlene said, never going to get close to the stage in a Metallica concert. I was at the Rockville in Daytona Beach this past December and nearly got crushed.
Oh.
I will never do that again.
I don't think I'll ever try to set off a rat trap with my mouth again.
Yeah.
That's how you lost that front tooth.
I don't know if I'll ever do a paintball paint duel with Virginia again. There's things from this show I know
Yeah.
I'll never do again.
Not if your balls are on the line, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Something you're never going to do again. Nicolay said, never going to sleep with an open mouth in a subway.
Oh, that's just terrible.
What happened?
Well, if you've ever seen people that sleep on the subway, the way the chairs are, they typically kick their heads back. And if you're like that, and then you got some punk kids on there, and they're just probably playing a game of hoops with your mouth, who knows what's going to wind up in there if they actually make one.
Everybody on the subway was wearing a mask, though, when I was on it.
They were.
Yep.
It's probably a good idea, even if it's not about the COVID. It's just people chucking things in your mouth when you're sleeping. Also, Dale said, I'm never going to sing Baby Got Back when my wife asks if her butt looks big in yoga pants. That did not go well.
Oh, damn.
And I like this answer. My old dogs know this. Something you're never going to do again. Sarah said, I'm never going to dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. That album that Adele has that song off of, 30, has been #1 for 6 weeks now. 6 weeks.
I mean, that song is a beast.
She's crushing it. I mean, there are people that are in the chat room that are just hating on it. You know, some people are like, I like her slow stuff. Somebody's like, I hate her uptight. You know, so everybody's, you know, always kind of negative on it. I really liked it. I thought that was good.
I can't stop singing that Go Easy on Me, baby.
It
is so
I get
catchy.
it. It's kind of earwormy. I personally, it's not. I don't like the sad stuff. So
Oh,
it's not my jam. But I love that. I thought that was great.
Her vocals are just so deep. And then when you know that she wrote it and it's like it's written to her son
Yeah.
about what they went through with her divorce, like, damn, girl.
Well, it's one of those things that's odd because, you know, all we ever hear is like, I hate Adele, I hate Adele. I'm like, well, it's the #1 album for 6 weeks. Like, so if everybody seems to hate Adele, who's loving Adele and buying this album? I don't get it.
I think sometimes people can like Adele and still make jokey comments.
Yeah.
You know, they can, oh man, this song's so depressing, but they also have it in their playlist.
Yeah.
You know, so it seems like they're hating on it, but they're also, you know, downloading it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's some people like Joey Rocks who just hates Adele.
Hates Adele.
In the chat room.
Anybody with the last name Rocks probably isn't going to be into Adele.
He doesn't sound like the president of the Adele fan club.
Joey Rocks, not feeling the Adele.
But
he likes Metallica.
For all the haters that are out there, it is #1 and has been for 6 weeks.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
And just so everybody knows, we talked about this on the After the Show podcast yesterday. There was a whole programming thing. We're always trying different things. And the consensus was people really want the 7 and 8 o'clock dirt, and that's when you're going to get it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're dropping the 6 o'clock dirt. I actually think that's kind of smart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do 7, let's do 8, and see how it goes.
Yeah. And so that's what it is. So, yeah, so you have a 7 and 8 o'clock dirt every single day. So
we always go back to 0, 2, see if that works.
I think, no, the people were loud. They want their dirt, and it's going to stay here at the 7 and 8.
Okay, yeah, people are emailing me going, you tried to assassinate the dirt. I go, no, I did not. This was not a Jason Pennington project. Step off.
I don't know. I like the hashtag dirt assassin attached to your name.
There's some people who think I came for the dirt and was headhunting.
Hashtag dirt terrorist. Take him down, girls.
Yes.
No, when you have stories like this, you need the dirt. So there's an amazing video that I watched this morning of Jason Derulo in Vegas. And he's at the Aria Hotel. I know it well. It's right by the Cosmopolitan. And it's a beautiful hotel. It's got these beautiful big lobbies and these escalators that go like so high. So Jason Derulo is going up one side of the escalator, and these guys are coming down the other side of the escalator.
Okay.
And I guess one of the guys said to Jason Derulo, they're all wearing masks, by the way, which is good. And he says to Jason Derulo, "Hey, Usher, F you bitch." And Jason Derulo, I guess, is mistaken for Usher a lot. He hears that and he doesn't like it, and it's maybe a hot button. Because he came back down the escalator and proceeded to whip both of these guys. Both of the guys were bleeding afterwards.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo was not. They asked the guys if they wanted to press charges, and so far the guys said no, but they have up to a year to change their mind.
I was kind of shocked he went off so much. Derulo seems kind of like a fun-loving... I was kind of shocked he attacked.
Him and his baby mama split up not too long ago. Maybe he's going through it in his head.
Yeah, even the coolest people, I think you could be having a moment, and if somebody catches you sideways when you're in a moment, then that's when things happen. I think we've all been there. Even the coolest people that's most calm. Keanu Reeves probably has a day where he could go off.
You could get a Ralston.
Oh, you could get me, no doubt.
You could definitely get a bird.
Yeah.
You could definitely get me. So yeah, Jason Derulo is now banned for life from the Aria Hotel, but it's fine. Just go across the street to the Cosmopolitan. It's better anyway.
Yeah, okay.
And in other news, I love this. Kim Kardashian has officially unfollowed Miley Cyrus. I guess Miley Cyrus got too handsy with Pete Davidson at the New Year's Eve special that happened on Friday.
Okay.
So Miley and Pete did this whole skit together, and there's pictures, and I saw the pictures. I was like, oh, damn. Miley Cyrus definitely seems like she's putting the moves on Pete Davidson, and Kim Kardashian's having none of it. I like the drama because, Miley's 28, Kim's 41, Miley's young and hot, and
I'm sure, all of this is completely real. None of it is
I love
for...
it. I need it.
So this really is the big statement now. If you want to let somebody know that you're not happy with them, you unfollow them. Because I saw what had happened with Britney Spears and her sister the other day.
That is
So
it.
this is how you send out a public shot, because everybody notices when you stop following somebody.
Oh, even celebs, they're not the only ones that do this. People do this all the time. This is
Really?
a move. When you stop following somebody, it is a statement. It's drama.
See, I never notice. I never look at my phone.
You have to go look and see who's following whom.
So if you're trying to send me a message by unfollowing me, I'm not going to notice.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All righty, there you go, everybody. Getting your fix. That dirt of the day.
It's back.
Okay.
Is that the dirt of the day zombie? It's back from the dead?
It's zombie
back
dirt of
from
the
the dead.
day.
Zombie dirt of the day.
Zombie dirt is back. I got some celebrity birthdays today. Kristen Cavallari is 35. Who do you like better in that old couple with her and Jay Cutler? Who do you think's more endearing? I like Jay Cutler, honestly. He's former Dolphins quarterback. Do you ever watch him at all?
I don't know him that well.
Okay, he's actually entertaining.
Okay.
I've enjoyed kind of watching him.
She's gorgeous.
She is, yeah, and they apparently really can't stand each other now, but once upon a time, I guess.
That's what happens when you get married, Kevin. You end up hating each other.
You don't have to tell him. You don't have to tell any married people. There's ups and downs, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Deadmau5 is 41. He's the EDM DJ. Spends a good bit of time in Miami. I think he had just done a show not too long ago in Wynwood, and now he's 41, and there's some other EDM DJ that was calling him old man. So apparently when you're 41, you're considered ancient. Remember when Eminem used to go after Moby?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
He
too
did the
old. Nobody
same
listens to
thing.
techno.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We all remember that feud.
That's the unfortunate thing about being an EDM DJ. I think you age out at 35. So you're done. Bradley Cooper's 47 today. Marilyn Manson turns 53. Diane Keaton is 76. And Robert Duvall, movie badass, is 91 today. Also got a happy 35th birthday out to Matt Letzum from Laura D. And superfan Jill Prince. Love you, Jill. She's having a birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Hello,
Yeah.
Jill.
Got a birthday one here on the KVJ Show. Just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com.
World Record Wednesday, gotta give your best. World Record Wednesday, we're chasing greatness today.
I just love watching Bird over there. He's really psyching himself out. He's getting into the zone. He's a guy that, if you ever watch great sporting events, you always just kind of see the players over there. They got their headphones on. They're doing what they have to do to kind of channel their focus and their
Rocking
energy.
back and forth.
He was doing just all that stuff. That was the pregame that was going on here. Him just really trying to get in the zone. And I think what's really kind of psyching him out, because now people are saying, oh, yeah, this Eric Booker. In fact, I got a text here. It says, I'm pretty sure this is the guy my kids refer to as Badlands Chugs.
Oh.
So this guy is the ace. Eric Booker. Eric Badlands Booker.
I couldn't even believe it when I saw him do it. 2 liters in under, what would you say, 20-something seconds?
18.5,
That's
under 20.
ridiculous.
It's insane. It's a full old 2 liter of soda done that fast. That's crazy. I would probably say if you said, all right, Kevin, you have to drink a 2 liter of soda in 18.5 minutes, I'd be like,
You might be able to.
I don't know. I'm like, maybe if I'm really thirsty, I could do that. But seconds, heck no.
Yeah, we haven't done this chug one. If we have done this, it's been a long time since I've tried to chug a 2 liter bottle of soda.
Well, I've seen you do pretty well with beer, oddly enough, because we've done the chug challenges with you and listeners at events, and you do really well with that.
But here's the difference, though. You got a buzz going on. You got a crowd cheering. It takes a man to a different place.
You want to do a shot? I got that Kahlua.
You got to take me home. If you're cool with that.
I just signed myself up to be an Uber
Yeah, you
driver.
did.
You did. I mean, but then I have to let the Kahlua is set for a good 5 minutes. Then we have to come back and
It
do
elongates the bit.
It does. It does. I'm not sure if Kahlua and Mountain Dew go together well.
Boy.
You're gonna barf everywhere.
So if I have to finish this, right? I can't, even if it's like 9 minutes, I have to finish it. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think you should walk away with the time, because what we're trying to do is just get an appreciation for what these world records are all about. I can't even believe what I'm seeing here number wise. So, I mean, 18.5 seconds. Good Lord, no.
I think even doubling that, it's still, I think I gotta triple it to make a KVJ respectable.
I've seen some badass beer chuggers on TikTok do this thing where they put the bottle upside down, they swirl it, and they make a little tornado inside the bottle, and it seems to go down faster.
I bet it does. I don't know if Tornado Pennington, I don't think that's a good idea because it might turn into floods.
That would actually be a good nickname for you, though.
Tornado Pennington.
I'm gonna put this at a minute over under here. This is the KVJ respectable because I think you are right. If you could knock down a 2-liter of soda in a minute with the carbonation, everything goes with it. I'm mildly impressed. Is that too lame, Virginia? A minute?
The carbonation is going to be the beast, and I think a minute would be impressive.
Okay.
But considering he did it in what, 17 seconds?
We're not thinking about
18.5.
Yeah, we're not even thinking about
18.5.
Yeah.
I mean, we usually double what his is. So what's 18 times 2?
Stop doing math. We already went through this.
Yeah, no math was allowed on this show. It's been banned.
I think it's like right around 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it in 40. It's just not going to happen.
40 would be the bar.
Kevin's right. I think a minute's impressive.
Yeah. I'm going to say that's going to be what the KVJ impressive is. That's the over-under, how it is set. I'm going to say you do under a minute, though. So I'll set it at a minute, but I'm going to go under a minute for a 2-liter of soda. Virginia, what do you think?
I really want him to get it under a minute. And I don't know if we should celebrate. I think it has to be closer to 30, but what do I know?
Well,
So what is your answer?
I don't know.
She never really answers questions. She
But she
goes
insults
on.
you a little bit.
Yeah,
it's
she goes on this roll, and you're like, the answer is.
I'm trying to tell her that 30 seconds is going to be, that's way too low. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's
40?
Yeah, Kevin said it at a minute because he thinks that's, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, under a minute, I vote yes.
Okay, Virginia's going under a minute. Suits, what are you thinking there? He's going to go over.
Damn, the realist.
Yeah, okay. Denny's? Oh, Denny's said 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Denny,
He's going way under.
you blindly follow the bird.
Just love that admiration, though. Okay, we got a minute respectable, but the world record for the fastest 2-liter soda chug is 18.5 seconds, set by Eric Badlands Booker from the US of A.
Now, we will be watching for spillage because I think that is important as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if Badlands just dumped a 2-liter down the front of his chest, that's not impressive.
I'll be documenting all of this on our Insta story if anybody wants to check it out.
Okay. All right, here we go. Jaybird's adjusting his mic, getting himself ready. He's a little fidgety right now to start things off. Are you ready for this bird?
I am ready.
All right, he's taking a little bit of a whiff. Virginia has got the camera ready to post up on our social media. All right, here we go, Jaybird. World record, 18.5 seconds. You are shooting for 1 minute. On your mark, get set, and go. He starts with the chug. You can see it already starting to fizz up, bottom of the bottle, but he is taking it down right now. It's a very impressive chug that he has got. It seems like it's going down slow, and he's already at the 11-second mark. And I would say, wow, it's almost like it's going through a nipple. It does seem to be going slow. I don't know why it seems to be going so slow, but he is at 25 seconds, already past the world record mark. And yeah, it just is going down. He may not even be halfway through with the 2-liter right now. I can't tell.
He wishes it was coming through a nipple.
Okay. Yeah, wouldn't that be just ideal? That would be the lady he'd marry finally, right?
I don't even think he has half of it done.
He brought it down. He brought it down. Time is still going. It's fizzing.
He came down with it.
Yeah, he's at 47 seconds. He still has about 3/4 of a 2-liter left.
Oh, my gosh.
I think he's going to go over the 1 minute mark. He is at 55 seconds. He's all of a sudden gained a little bit of momentum trying to get there. He is at 1 minute. He's not going to be able to do a 2-liter in under a minute. He's over that. He's holding his tummy, and looks like we got to tap it. I still got the clock running here, though, in case he wants to go back at it. He's going back at it. I'd say he's about halfway through it. He is now at 1 minute 18 seconds, and now it's kicking him hard and fast.
It's about to come out.
She's going to blow.
Yeah, she is going to blow. She gets to the 90-second mark.
Go.
About maybe an eighth of the 2-liter is left. I think 2 minutes might be realistic as he gets to 1 minute 35, trying to knock down this 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Push it.
He's trying to push past the last part, but it's starting to kick back up. He now stands at 1 minute 45 seconds. He's got just the last little bit of dribble left, probably about another 5 ounces. He's going to be done. Is he going to get to the 2-minute mark? He is officially done. At 1:55. And here, that's the recycling, dog.
Don't puke in the recycling.
Yeah, we're trying to be environmentally friendly here. And here we go. Virginia might want to get that. That's the end. Okay.
Ralph is in the building.
Okay, here we go. Wreck 'em Ralph. Oh, man. Wow. You know what? The Mountain Dew comes back a lot faster than it went in. You notice that could he do the record for the fastest time to throw up a 2-liter of Mountain Dew?
It's carbonated, so yeah, it gets that bubble
it's
buzz.
It's really coming out like a rocket. I mean, now that might have been a world record. The fastest time to barf up a 2-liter of Mountain Dew. Do we have a record for that? Because I think he just did it in 5 seconds.
Aww.
That's what Denny's meant.
He don't look good.
No, doesn't sound good either. Gosh, that is tough.
We might need to take a little break.
Well, he definitely does. Okay, 1:55 official time. That is a tough one. Again, kids, do not try this at home. You got to have a name like Badlands to do something like that.
Apparently.
Yeah. Okay.
You might have aged out of all this. Like those EDM DJs, Bird.
He needs encouragement right now, Virginia.
He's not even talking.
No.
No, he's not good.
No, he's trying to figure it out.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
It's got just that little bit of echo from the trash can. Yeah, all right. Let's take a little time out. Okay, Bird's going to leave the studio for a while. Well, I guess if you're a Floridian, you should know these words. At least according to your dictionary, it's a list of Florida slang. We got our own little language here in Florida on many different terms. A lot of them, yeah, I get because we've got interesting things happening like your snowbirds. I think we all kind of know that pretty quickly. If you have moved to Florida, you know what a snowbird is, the people that move north and south, depending upon what the seasons are. You get that pretty quick.
I kind of feel like we helped shape the word, the pizzle, Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
I know only a small percentage knows it, but a percentage of Floridians know Port St. Lucie is the pizzle.
We got our own set of slang just here with KVJ Nation.
We do.
Yeah, that's just one of the words that we've got there. There's also a lot of influx, too, where you've got Spanglish words or there's a Latin influence on them. Like your dictionary cited, dale, like buy or hurry up. And you see that, like, for instance, you know, that's what Pitbull says all the time.
Yes.
Dale. Yeah, I'll throw that out there all the time. It's kind of like, you know, come on, Dale, we got to get home, I guess is what that is. There's another one that apparently has its roots in Cuban culture. Oye, would that be it? O-Y-E?
You're asking me in Virginia that?
It's a way to say hey or hello.
Okay.
Oye.
Oye.
And then they've got a Siri, which is A-C-E-R-E. That would be friend, another common Cuban term that your dictionary says is popular Florida slang. There's probably a bunch of other ones there that we don't have as well. So I'll just defer to your dictionary on those. Pub sub. You'd agree, you know what that is.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
And that'd be all through Florida. We got Publix's up to Pensacola, right?
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
and north of that, too.
Yeah.
Publix have branched outside of Florida.
Yeah, there's one in Atlanta near where my son lives in Midtown, and he goes to Publix.
I think they're just spreading out like a spider web.
A little bit,
I
yeah.
think they go like into the Carolinas and stuff
They might
now,
be.
too.
Yeah.
Good for them. They do it
Expanding.
right.
Mm-hmm. So pub sub is a word that'll expand past Florida. Something else that your dictionary has, love bugs. You know what those are, right?
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
yeah.
I guess that is kind of unique to Florida. I don't know. Do other states have that? I've never seen that.
We definitely had them in Louisiana.
Do you? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So can you really say it's Florida?
Do they call them love bugs in Louisiana?
Sure do.
They do. Okay.
I think we should strike that one from the record.
Okay. No-see-ums? I say that's a Florida thing.
I did not remember having no-see-ums. I mean, of course, we had mosquitoes, but no-see-ums was new to me.
Yeah, those are these small blood-sucking flies.
They are awful. I hate them. I have so many of them in my grass.
You don't see them, you just wind up with a bump on your leg.
Exactly.
Also, floridabulous
Okay.
is a word that your dictionary's throwing out there.
If I say floridabulous, kick my ass.
That sounds
That
ridiculous.
does not
Floridabulous. I've
Nobody
never heard of one of
says
these.
Nobody
that.
says
Raise
that.
your hand if you said that in this room.
This list has now jumped the
It's
shark.
jumped the shark.
Yeah, they say that's dedicated to the weird, bizarre, and downright inexplicable actions or events that happen to or by Floridians.
Those floridabulous guys.
No.
I tripped on a manatee.
So stupid.
That's dumb. We don't like that one, Kevin.
No, I'm there with you. I don't like that either. They have Florida bath is a term in your dictionary when you jump in the pool rather than taking a shower. You've taken a Florida bath. I've never heard that term either. You ever heard that, Virginia?
No.
Is this list now starting to get on your nerves?
Yes.
Okay.
Florida Happy Meal, they say, is an adult purchase consisting of beer, cigarettes, and lottery tickets. Never heard that one either.
I think I've only heard of that through a radio thing. Oh, it's a Florida Happy Meal. Someone who's not from Florida wrote that one up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard that used. Parked and goofy is a term that your dictionary has for slang for Florida. This is where you're parked in the farthest lot from the farthest lot. It gets its roots from Disney World.
Yes,
where
the goofy lot.
If you parked in the goofy lot, you've parked in the farthest one from the center.
But do a lot of people say that?
I've never heard
No,
it.
I know what they're talking about because I've parked in Goofy before at Disney, and it is like parking in Egypt. Mm-hmm. But nobody says that.
That's a good note, though, to remember. Goofy, you don't want to park in the
You
Goofy
don't.
area. Okay.
You want Mickey, y'all.
Some other Florida slang terms, according to your dictionary, is jit. And that's used to refer to somebody younger than them. Typically, it's used for a kid, a jit.
What?
I gotta go
J-I-T.
babysit this little jit.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
That sounds made up.
Somebody actually had texted that in, so I don't know if it is made up. So I asked, what is your term? And somebody said, jit for a little kid. I'm like, okay. I never used it, though.
Is it a northern term, maybe?
I don't know.
This is for all of Florida, correct? Not
This
just South?
is, it's Florida slang. They've got bih, B-I-H. Guess is how you'd say that. A person, place, or thing. Like, what's wrong with that bih over there?
That beh?
Bih?
What?
Bih, I think that's short for that bitch.
Yeah, maybe. That bih over there.
Jit was used all the time in Jensen Beach. That's a very common term for referring
For
to like
kid?
a smaller kid.
Wow.
Wow.
Never heard it
A
ever.
jit or a grom, like grommet, slang for, baby turtle.
Really?
Yeah, those are two popular terms up in Jensen at least.
Maybe you had to be a local that lived on the ocean, bro.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just not cool enough.
You had to be a soul surfer, Kevin.
There's got to be a ton of surfing terms, I assume, right?
Kevin sounds like a howley right now.
Oh, Howley. Oh, Howley, like the diner. What is a Howley?
Howley's, well, when you...
I just think of the diner.
That's from
I think that's what Hawaiians call non-locals.
Yeah.
Is Howley.
A poser. If I went to Hawaii, I tried to surf. Look at this howley try to get on our waves.
Yeah, non-locals, I believe they call Howleys in Hawaii.
Oh,
It's a slang term.
I learned it
use.
from the surfing hit movie North Shore.
You did?
Yes.
Does anybody use Howley around here, or is that just a Hawaii thing?
I think it's a very Hawaiian thing. I think it's a word of their language.
Yeah, people from Hawaii or men stuck in the 80s. They use that term.
It is a long used term for sure.
Another Florida slang word that your dictionary says is used in Florida is bussin', which I guess is a good thing. A bussin' or a bus is a good way to tell someone food was good or delicious. Bussin', that food was bussin', man. That pub sub was bussin'.
You can also describe a party as bussin'.
You've heard of this.
Oh, I have. I have used
Really?
it. Yes.
Use it in a sentence. Yeah.
I endorse bussin', and I had a bussin' Christmas party.
All right, this sentence is a little
I think your
sloppy.
first example was better.
I've seen bussin' on TikTok a lot.
Okay.
Okay. So that's another one that they're saying is a Florida thing. Those are the terms that your dictionary came up with. But they did miss a few, and maybe they didn't want to get into the drug thing, but square grouper.
Yeah.
Is that a Florida thing or is that a drug thing?
Like a coastal thing where they find any
I d-
cocaine off the shore.
I don't, because I would say Florida thing. I would give credit to Florida on that because most of the cocaine that winds up ashore is in Florida because of where it happens. If you look at the drug trade routes, and I know so much about cocaine, that, as it comes up, typically Florida is that one thing that's the dongle that hangs out, and that's where you'll see a lot of it really washing ashore. I think you probably have it more here so than maybe it would happen in the Carolinas.
And, I mean, most of it is bussin'.
And we have
Yeah.
a very prominent dongle. It's very prominent.
We got a bussin' dongle.
We got a bus and dongle, dog.
Yeah, take it.
Okay, so what are the other ones that they did not have that they should be doing? And, of course, in these, let me know the phonetics on some of these as well. I don't know. I feel like you're killing with how you're pronouncing
Kevin
it.
might be mispronouncing them.
I don't, because I've never heard of these, so I don't know. I mean, B-I-H, I don't know. Is that just bih?
Bleh.
Okay.
That beh.
That bit. So whatever. So yeah, please do the phonetics because Pawpaw don't know. 877-979-WRMF. Well, talking about some of the Florida slang, and yeah, people are giving your dictionary credit at least for jit. No doubt that's a term maybe used a while ago. Somebody said, yeah, we use jit a lot about 20 years ago in Broward County, and somebody else who grew up in Hialeah said, yeah, we always use the term jit there, and apparently jit is used a lot in Miami as well.
I think I'm gonna put it in the old vocabulary. I like it.
Jit, yeah.
You see, Rocco, come here, you little jit. Mm-hmm. It kind of sounds insulting.
It does, because it's close to a curse word with an SH on the front of it.
It doesn't feel right.
Miami is using bih a lot too, and we've got Ciari on here from Miami with another one for us, talking about all the great slang terms here just for the state of Florida. Which one you got for us, Ciari?
I got the word fi. Basically, it's like being really great. Like, that food was fi, or we're going somewhere, that place is fi. Like, Rapids is fi.
So is that just short for fire? Is that where we are now with this?
I guess.
Okay.
So it's fi? Is it fi?
F-I.
That's
so
fi.
Saying fire is too much.
It takes too many seconds.
Yeah. Now you gotta go just fi.
We're busy.
That's
We're too,
awesome to know.
Too busy for fire.
Yeah. Yo, space last night was so fi.
It's so fi.
Okay.
I'm going to hit
probably
you.
using that wrong.
You can't say that ever again. I think you can age out of fi.
Virginia, I'm too old for fire. That doesn't even work for me. So yeah, so fi is
You are too old. You're also too old for lit, which was before fire.
Yeah.
I heard somebody in their 50s using the term lit. And it didn't seem right.
Yeah.
It makes you giggle.
It almost would stop the whole room. Like, no.
No, stop.
I'm in a weird place with age because I don't want to use the terms that are so old that dates me, but then I can't adopt the new ones because I'm too old to use them without being like, oh, all right, Papa. Calm down.
You're in this weird plateau.
I am. So it's like, it's really, my language is crippled right now.
But Kevin can't be on the air going, y'all, join us for this event. It's going to be fire. It's going to be lit. I want to punch Kevin. I don't want to punch Kevin. I'm a pacifist.
Yeah. But I can't say it's the cat's meow either. So you're like, what?
Oh, it's going to be the cat's pajamas.
This event is going to be the cat's pajamas. You're like, what?
What?
Yeah, so I'm really trapped. I can't use so much stuff.
Awesome seems to be... That one
awesome,
seems everyone
cool.
uses
You can
awesome.
you can still kind of go with that. Some other terms people are throwing at us: frayne. That should be in the Florida vocab. Florida rain, that crazy hard rain where you can't see, but it's sunny one block away. I never heard that term for it though. Frayne.
It's fraying out.
Fraggle Rock. This would be more regional. Somebody said everybody knows if you're going to the Fraggle Rock, you're headed to North Fort Pierce.
I'm going to Fraggle Rock to check on all the little jits.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock. Burp, burp. Down at Fraggle Rock.
Okay. And somebody else said, no mames way. That should be Florida slang.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I actually see that a lot in the Spanish shows that I watch, and there'll be ones from Mexico and things like that. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's Spanish, but I don't know if it's just a Florida type thing. And that probably happens a lot, where you'll have slang that might be big in, like, say, Puerto Rico, but it's not really a Florida thing. It's more of a Puerto Rican thing. Just, Puerto Ricans here in South Florida say it. So, yeah, that's the terms that we're looking for. I don't know if this is Florida either. Sus, something being suspect or suspicious, but I think that's just a global one, correct?
Mag says that, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be sus.
Don't the Lokes call Lake Worth the Dub? Or El Dub? The
Yes,
Lokes. The
yeah.
Lokes, right?
I have heard that as well. From
I mean,
the
really?
Lokes.
The dub?
The Lokes, the locals. They're going to the Dub.
Really?
We're
Yeah.
surfing with the jits at the Dub.
I see that a lot on social media.
Okay. Yeah, it's something like sandbar. That's everywhere, right? That's
Yeah.
not a...
Sandbar would be like Firehouse.
I think most towns with the intercoastal access have a sandbar.
Yeah.
I would think so, too. I wouldn't think that would just be a Florida thing. So there you go. That's the terms that they had. Anything else you want to jump on, you can go ahead and send us a text, 877-979-WRMF.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, I don't know if you heard all these stories over the Christmas break about the accusations being hurled at Chris Noth. He's the actor that played Mr. Big on Sex and the City and has been very involved in the Sex and the City reboot that's called And Just Like That. A lot of women are now coming forward accusing him. It's up to 4 now, accusing him of sexual misconduct.
That was so fascinating to me because the show launched and you have what happened to him on the show. He does that viral Peloton ad and everybody's like, this is great. And it was not even 24 hours later, these accusations start coming out. He went from like the coolest thing to completely canceled in that amount of time.
And his ex-girlfriend is Beverly Johnson, the model, the supermodel.
Okay.
Gorgeous, stunning, believable. She already said these accusations years and years ago.
I believe she had a restraining order against him.
She did because she claims that he threatened to kill her. And no one took her seriously. It certainly didn't affect his acting career.
Yeah, it said the actor claiming he punched her in the chest and ribs and allegedly made repeated threats to kill her.
I mean, wow. Why are we just taking her serious now? I don't know. Maybe it's because the culture is now changed and it wasn't like that before when she said these things. But punching her, threatening to kill her, I can't imagine that wouldn't be important to us. But I guess it wasn't when she said it because it was swept under the rug by somebody.
Wow.
And now Chris's marriage, they say, is hanging on by a thread. His wife, and they share 2 kids together, one who's 13 and one who's 18 months.
Oh, wow.
They say she is out in California, he's in New York, and she is like at her wit's end pissed with him. So I don't know if their marriage is going to be able to last through this.
So this is all new to her? She didn't know of this before?
I don't think she believed it. Maybe he told her, oh, they're full of it. You know, Beverly Johnson doesn't know what she's talking about. She's crazy. She's this, she's that. And I think a lot of the wives, you know, believe their man and say, oh, you know, I want to pick my man's side of the story over some Beverly Johnson chick that I don't even know.
I'm just curious what changed.
Well, the thing that changed is now there's a lot of different women, 4 of them, who have the same story.
Right.
And as the number of women who accuse becomes bigger and bigger because there's strength in numbers. And these women now feel safe to be able to speak out against him. It's a lot of like actresses and people that were afraid that they weren't going to work again.
Okay.
So.
All right.
And finally here, a judge has done something smart and has granted a motion to dismiss this recent child pornography lawsuit brought forward by a man named Spencer Eldon. Now, you might not know the name, but you definitely know the picture. He was the naked kid that was on the 1991 Nirvana Nevermind album.
Yeah.
It was a little baby, but you could see his little baby penis. And now that little baby is 30. And he claims that it was forced child pornography that he was put into by Nirvana and wanted them to have to pay him.
So there's a clip in the audio, Kim. I don't know if you want to play it or not, but it's the kid the last few years talking about how cool it's been to be the kid, and how he will sign pictures of the naked, you know, to all the fans out there.
It's a cash grab.
I thought so because I'm like, I thought I remembered this kid always going around talking about how he loved it. So yeah, I do want to play this clip. And this is probably why the judge is like, you can't have it both ways, man. You can't love it for decades, and then all of a sudden, one of your buddies is like, man, you knew you could make a lot of money. Now all of a sudden, you're upset.
You're a victim. Cash in.
Right.
Definitely a good pickup line. But I don't know, man. It's kind of ups and downs. It's just something that happened to me. It's not necessarily something that I did. So it'd be cool to somehow cartwheel that into something cool that I can do and make it work for me in a cool way. But still working out all those things. It's pretty wild being part of such a successful project and being the kind of poster child of that. Hey, you know, it happened. It's kind of a cool story to tell. it's interesting. And other than that, people can always go send me a direct message, and if they want a poster, they can. I'll send them a link to my PayPal, and then I can send them a signed poster.
So he's just doing everything he can to try to get money out of.
I don't know.
And now he's the upset angle.
Do you believe his lawsuit that claims he's, quote, suffered lifelong damages?
No,
not in the least bit.
It's hard to demonstrate. All you'd have to do is play that for a judge. And
Right.
be like, okay, so you're really torn up?
Yeah, we don't believe you, kid. We know what's going on. You're 30 now. You haven't been able to get a job or a career or anything going, and this is your cash grab.
Yeah, a lot of people probably do the same thing, but nope, not going to work, bruh. Sometimes you just don't know. Is it about time to get out of this relationship or not? We'll help you decide. Send us an email. Let us know what's going on. Mail at kvjshow.com. We'll say, should you make up or should you break up?
Break up. Oh, sorry. I haven't heard the scenario yet.
Yeah.
My bad. I got to hear it first.
Walls Pennington, you have to listen first.
He definitely comes in leaning breakup on these. His first email said, yeah, I've been dating this guy for 3 months. It's been great, and we're still kind of in that honeymoon phase, but things have been progressing rapidly. Well, the other day, he was at my condo, and I was in the shower, and when I got out, he wasn't around. So I went over and I glanced at his laptop that was sitting out, and there was a file on his desktop with my name on it. So I click into it, and I found no less than 100 photos of me naked.
What?
Now, some of them were ones that I had sent him, but a majority of them were ones that I was unaware he had taken, including some from what might have been me in just my most recent shower.
He's photographing you when you're showering?
So as I'm looking through this file and these photos, he walks back in the front door from outside, and he sees me looking at his laptop and my file. And he says almost proudly, so what do you think? Well, I told him, this is actually kind of creepy. And he said, well, why? You look amazing, and I want to always have as many photos of you as possible so I can just stare at the goddess that you are. I asked him what he did with the photos, and he assured me that he would never send them anywhere else and that the laptop is protected and secure. But I didn't feel too great about that since I just walked up and accessed them. How secure is it? I told him I wanted him to delete all of the photos, and this caused a fight. He said he never uses anything other than my photos for his alone time, and he thought I would be flattered. But now I'm actually thinking about ending our relationship over this. Am I overreacting?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Break up. He's a creepo. He's a weirdo.
This guy's dangerous. You may want to make sure he hasn't backed these up somewhere else.
This guy's weird.
He can't be trusted.
He's real weird. And you know the answer to this. You don't need to email a radio show for that. You know that's wrong for someone to take pictures of you when you don't know, when you're naked.
No person gets to do that. Boyfriend or not. It doesn't matter.
Now, he did wrong only by taking the additional photos. If he has a file with photos she sent him, there's no problem with that, correct?
That's different.
Yeah.
We're mad because
But no,
of the...
if she wants him to delete those, she's allowed to say that too.
Sure, but I don't know that she had said that.
He's obviously keeping them, and they're not secure because she found them super easy.
That's what she's saying.
He doesn't deserve these naked pictures of you.
Well, he's off. Get rid of this clown.
Okay. Break up for you too, Virginia?
It's 100.
100%.
Okay. This email says, my boyfriend butt dialed his ex. So my boyfriend and I, we went out for a run the other day. I didn't take my phone because I don't have any pockets. And when we stopped for a snack after the run, my boyfriend told me that my sister had called his phone and left a message for me saying it was urgent. So I took his phone and I just went to the recent calls list to call her right back. Well, right before calling my sister, I noticed that my boyfriend had placed a call to his ex-girlfriend on Saturday night around midnight when he was out with his friends. The call said it lasted 7 minutes.
Oh.
So after talking to my sister, I asked my boyfriend why he called his ex. He immediately seemed flustered and he told me that it must have been a butt dial. So I grilled him pretty hard about it, but he provided no more information than just what he had told me. I told him that he was acting weird and that I wanted to see his text messages too. He refused to give me access to his phone and said that I was the one that was being weird.
Bye.
I don't like any of this, and I can't get this out of my mind. If he were innocent, wouldn't he just show me his text messages and Instagram to ease my mind?
Of course.
He cites privacy and says there needs to be boundaries. I don't want to be crazy, but I'm thinking our 10-month relationship might be over. What do you think?
It's definitely over.
These are too easy.
These are way too easy.
So you ended just over that. Did he get
I
squirrely
ended
about
in
it?
a blaze of glory. I might break some of his stuff on the way out. Like, no.
So if you are a suspect, you do have right to access your partner's phone to see their texts and their DMs.
Yeah, when there's smoke, there's usually fire. And if he won't show you the text messages between the ex, then it's definitely on fire.
A butt dial at midnight's not likely?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a person that does butt dial. I told you about the one time I accidentally FaceTimed my ex-girlfriend when I was walking Chewy, my dog. Things like that happen, but this is way too suspect.
It's ridiculous.
Midnight, 7 minutes long. He's not allowing you to see the text message. It's too suspect. I'm
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Wallace Pennington's out.
Yeah.
0 for 2.
Well, Aaron's citing, too, that, in a lot of these scenarios that we got here is you got the gaslighting thing going on. And be aware if you're in a relationship with somebody who gaslights, that they basically then project it back onto you and are calling you the one that's crazy. And no, you're the one that's being weird. And no, nobody else would do this. You're overstepping bounds of what a normal person would do. They start to make you feel like you're crazy, and that's where she is. She's second-guessing herself, saying, wait, am I overreacting? Maybe he's right.
Don't let them flip it on you. That's what they try to do.
This makeup or breakup email says his ex-girlfriend just got released from jail. Says, so the guy I've been dating for 5 months just told me that his ex-girlfriend just got out of jail for stalking and physically assaulting a girl he was talking to before me. He said she's really crazy and is still madly in love with him. And the first thing she did when she got out of jail was to get his name tattooed on her forearm. Look, I really like this guy, but this is a lot to drop on me out of the blue. He didn't tell me earlier in our relationship because he didn't want to scare me off. So should I stay or should I go?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm just picturing if that was me. Hey, Jay Bird, okay, we've been together for 5 months. Oh, yeah, I had this ex, and he just got out of jail, and first thing he did was get my name tattooed on my arm, and he's really crazy.
Yeah.
Let's go out to lunch.
Yeah, when you say it out loud, there is cause for concern.
I don't like being blindsided like that 5 months into it. Tell me all
5
that
months.
crazy stuff up front, please.
I don't like to be stabbed in the Publix parking lot.
Yeah, I don't like stabbings with my sub.
But my question, he really hasn't done anything wrong. So do you dump a guy after 5 months for this? He didn't do anything wrong. Unfortunately, he just dated somebody that was crazy before.
It really is how much you like this guy and how much is this ex really going to be involved. It sounds like she's going to be involved a little bit.
I don't know if I would get out of this right away. If you really like this guy at 5 months, I would let him know, I don't want any surprises. I don't want drama. I don't want to be scared. If you can protect me and I don't feel that way at all, we can continue. But the second that I feel like there's any kind of threat, it's
I'm
over.
out.
I'm out.
I'm not sticking around to see how the drama plays out. The second I sense even the tiniest amount of drama, I'm peace out.
This seems like a real big headache. I don't know. I feel some walls closing in.
You're out, huh? Birds out. Birds out. All right, what about this makeup or breakup here? My girlfriend stole one of my 8-year-old sister's Adderall pills.
Oh, boy.
She was drunk. She went into my little sister's bathroom when she was sleeping. I saw her walk out of my sister's room, so I asked what she was doing. And that's when she confessed that, I just went in there, knew she did Adderall, stole the pill. She said, I'm really sorry. I do believe that. I just don't like people taking my 8-year-old sister's Adderall medication. We've been together for 15 months. Is this a forgivable mistake, or does she need to get the boot?
Gotta be careful when you're letting people in your house and they're stealing drugs on you.
Yeah,
I'm
anybody
sorry.
who takes drugs from a person who is prescribed them and needs them and she's sneaking around doing it, I don't know.
At that point, every time you're up milling around, I think you're taking something from there, you're taking it from here.
What has she been taking that you don't know about?
That's the first time? Oh, it's my friend. I never did it before.
Tell that girl to pee in a cup real quick for me.
It's kind of sketchy, right?
Well, it's real sketchy.
Yeah. I would just be like, yeah, I'm not feeling this.
Thievery combined with the fact that she's stealing from my family, that's heavy.
Time to go. Time to go. All right. Well, if you're getting gaslit and you want to know if you actually need to dump that tool, you can let us know. Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. All right, where's our Gen Z? We need somebody between the ages of 18 and 25 that knows a little bit about their pop culture trivia to jump on and play. If not, then I'll just go on ahead and let Gen Xers jump in here.
Yeah, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Oh, people unite!
Yeah, so I'll say whoever is first to get in gets the right to take on the millennials today. Looking for a Gen Z, 18 to 25, or our Gen Xer would be 40 to 55, 877-979-WRMF.
Damn, I'm old.
Yeah, you're in the old dog team, unfortunately, and them old dogs are trailing, bird.
I think someone even said, what about the baby boomers? Do we got a crack at this? Are the baby boomers the next one over than the...
Baby boomers would be the oldest. And hey, I mean, if Gen Z won't call in, then maybe we'll have to throw them into the mix.
Baby boomer in there.
Get the baby boomers in here. Yeah, we'll do Mary Tyler Moore trivia.
I love it. I like it.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That's really going back.
Yeah. All right. So dial us up, 877-979-9763. Did you guys see the crazy traffic jam that was going on in Virginia?
Yes. Oh
How
my
insane
gosh.
was that, huh?
People are stuck on that road. They've been there for like a day and a half.
Yeah, it was really crazy. If you didn't see it, it was a 50-mile stretch on Virginia. They'd had some icy rain followed by a good bit of snow, and nobody could move on I-95 going through the state there. More than 24 hours, many people were in their car. Some of them were worried about having gas. I mean, in their car. That'd be tough to be in your car and have the farts. And then they didn't really have a lot of food either. There was, one person, I had an orange and a Dr. Pepper, and that had to hold me over for a whole day sitting there in your car. Dang. It even affected Amtrak, too, heading through Virginia. It got stranded on the tracks, and it was there almost 40 hours before their trip resumed. And they say people on board were without food or toilets or even any idea about when they would get to fire back up. About 4 p.m. yesterday, it got going.
It's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
But that just goes to show you always keep a little emergency stash of snacks and water in your car because you never know.
I have a sack of fudge in my car as we speak.
We could all live for about a week off of all the snacks that Rocco has hidden in my car, in the doors, compartments.
I've been in the car in the back seat with Rocco. He's got and Magnolia,
Magnolia too. He learned from his sister.
They got secret snack compartments all over the car. That's the car to
That's not even counting the chicken nuggets and the French fries that are maybe a couple months old under the seat.
But if you're desperate, if I was desperate for 3 days, I'm getting down on those McNuggets.
Totally.
4-day-old McNuggets or 4-week-old.
You know all the preservatives they put in those things. It's still good.
They look fresh.
Yeah, I guess that's a big selling point for having random food in your car.
Yes.
But the one point they brought up is, imagine if we were all running on electric cars. What would have happened?
Yeah, everybody would definitely be out of power, right?
That's going to be a scenario they're going to have to throw into the mix. Because I don't know enough about electric cars to say. I don't have one, don't know how long they keep a charge. But that was one comment I heard that they're saying, what if this were to happen again and every car on that road was an electric car? What would it have looked like then? So I don't know the answer to that, but that's something you got to think of. And now they'll start thinking about, okay, as we move to electric vehicles, what are the worst case scenarios that could happen? And that would be one.
Didn't you try to buy a hybrid, Denny's? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the hybrids, I think they just give you better gas mileage. They're more fuel efficient. So they still use fuel. But if you had a completely electric car, and think if a hurricane came and knocked out power for 2 weeks, think about it, you couldn't even charge your car.
No.
These are the kind of things you have to start really working through the mix of what do we do.
Yeah. Oh, I never even thought about that. Yeah. That's probably a very specific to Florida issue, too.
Totally.
Yeah. Could be. All right. Well, I will tell you that we did not get Gen Z to call in.
That's
so
what we thought. Scared.
Forfeited today a chance.
I say give them a loss.
Well, it's not a loss, but they don't have a chance to get a win. So it's about accumulating points here. So instead, we have got Chelsea on here from West Palm Beach to represent the millennials. Hello, Chelsea. I think. Hello, Chelsea?
Chelsea, please.
Okay. Chelsea, hello.
Stephanie?
Hey.
Oh, you're Stephanie.
I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so you're Stephanie.
I've been on hold for like 10 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
How
That's
rude.
Chelsea.
It's pretty.
She's very
It's
nice.
rude of us to put her on hold for 10
Well, we
minutes.
had to get a Gen Zer, and then no Gen Zers called it.
Blame everything on Gen Z.
now.
It's Gen Z.
Don't lose her now.
No, we're not.
So this is not Stephanie. This is Chelsea.
Okay, so we've got Chelsea, who is the millennial, and we got Stephanie from Boynton, who is our Gen Xer.
All right.
Okay, so that means we've got Denny's against Jaybird here.
Ooh, mijo versus mijo.
Top of the year.
School him, Big D.
Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with our millennials with our first question here in the Battle of the Generations. This one is for Chelsea. If you can answer this on your own, you get 2 points. You'll have 3 seconds to do that. If you can't, Denny's can help you out to save 1 point. Okay, your question, Chelsea, is who directed the 1989 movie Do the Right Thing?
I have never even heard of that movie.
Okay.
Is it Spike Lee?
It
A
is
Spike Lee joint?
a Spike Lee joint.
Big D.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it
Way
is.
to go, Denny.
Wow.
Okay, Denny's
Thanks,
saving a point. All right, let's
Thank God.
jump it over here to our Gen X and Stephanie from Boynton. Here is your first question, 3 seconds to answer. What was the name of Alicia Silverstone's character in the movie Clueless?
Blair.
Blair is incorrect. Bird?
Share.
Yeah.
Close.
That was so close.
It's okay. We're still in this thing.
Yeah, tied up after one round here. Okay, next question we got. This is back to millennials and Chelsea. Your question, Chelsea. What artist sang the words, "Is it me you're looking for"?
And I wonder.
I don't know.
Do you need us
I
to
don't know.
sing more of it? Because we can if you
I
need
know
that.
the whole song. Hello?
Yeah.
Is it me you're looking for?
I love that
I
video.
can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your
tongue.
I know all the words.
You're all I ever needed.
It's Careless Whisper.
Denny's, can you save a point here by telling me the artist that sang that song?
Is it Lionel Richie?
Yeah.
You
Bet your ass.
We love that video.
Oh, I love that video.
Lionel Richie.
It's kind of a creepy video if you really analyze it, though.
It is.
Lionel Richie's kind of macking on the student the whole time.
There was no stalkers in the 80s.
he was her teacher, dude.
Hello, I'm creepy AF.
All right, Stephanie, here you go. Here is your question for Gen X. Try to keep pace. What band became the first to have a Korean pop album enter the top 10 of the Billboard 200 chart?
No idea.
Bird to save a point.
BKS. BKSB.
BTK killer.
BSB. Be
You're
right back.
close. It's BTS.
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 You're right. I want to go down BTK. Damn.
BTK killer?
Wrong topic. BTS, bird.
Okay, let's see if Chelsea can take and run with it here. Our millennials are in the 2-1 lead right now over Gen X. Your question, Chelsea. What legendary hip-hop group formed in 1986 in Compton, California?
Oh, yeah.
Salt and Pepper.
It is not Salt and Pepper. Denny's, can you save a point?
Is it NWA?
It is NWA, yeah.
Straight out of Compton.
Denny,
Was
thank God
brother
for
that
you,
will
'cause
smother your
I'm-
mother.
Denny's is carrying Chelsea around today.
Try to keep it
He's
alive.
carrying the team,
Yeah. Okay.
Big D.
but we're alive.
All right, let's see here because Birds got to pick it up. Stephanie, you're going to need to get a point in this round to stay in the game. All right.
Yeah, Stephanie, don't let Kevin Ralston's voice intimidate you. Just focus. Stay the path.
Okay, I'm focused. Okay.
Okay. All right. Your question, Stephanie, you could tie it up if you get this on your own in 3 seconds. Zendaya played Ann Wheeler in which musical movie?
No idea.
No idea.
Sorry, Jason.
Bird, you got to get a point or you're done.
I believe it is Orphan Annie. I meant Little Mermaid. My Little Pony.
You know that one, Virginia?
I got nothing.
I don't know that one.
The Greatest Showman?
Oh,
You ever heard of that movie?
I have heard of
was a
that.
great movie, too.
Yeah.
Is that Hugh Jackman?
It is Hugh Jackman, yeah.
Oh,
Denny's tells me I would love. Is it the one that you say I would like?
No, but I was saying The Prestige you might like with Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman is currently starring in The Music Man on Broadway right now in New York City. It was shut down because of COVID when I was there, or I would have gone to it. That is my favorite musical of all time.
Give us a taste.
76 trombones led the big parade.
That's
with
enough.
110.
I said a taste.
She took and ran with it.
Oh, I was like, let's go.
And for Act 2, yeah. All right, well, congratulations, Chelsea. Daddy's helped you out with a win there. Millennials are going to get the point. We appreciate you jumping into play, Stephanie.
Thank you. Have a great day. Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New
Both cuties.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, good.
So many people on there. Ow!
A little bit of an update here on Steph Matto. She was on 90 Day Fiancé and started making some serious cash by farting in jars. $200,000 she said that she had made, and she even adjusted her diet. She made it high fiber, and she started living off of mostly beans and eggs, and then added in some protein shakes.
But here's the sick thing. There's that many people that wants to be a part of that. She's generating a lot of cash by doing that.
It's really unreal because she even started doing things with her diet that would make her fart smell worse, so that I guess they would really sit in that jar.
It's nothing short of gnarly.
It's pretty repulsive.
It really is.
She was charging $1,000 to get a jar of her farts.
But hey, you know what? My hat's off to the chick because she figured out a niche and she was making serious bank. And who am I to judge? I love a come up.
So I'm going to go ahead and judge this one. I'm going to go ahead and put my judgy cap on.
Look, the market said there was a demand for this.
And that's the sickest part of this story. Not even that she's farting in jars, the fact that there is a market for
She's
it.
giving these
Twisted.
people, and let me just say this, she's giving these men what they want.
I would be shocked. I don't want to turn this into a sex thing, but I have to agree with the witch. I'm pretty sure it's all men ordering.
There's not a single order going out to a chick in her whole list.
Well, the bad news is she shut down her business. She had to get rushed to the hospital. Apparently, yeah, she'd squeezed out one too many toots and was experiencing some very intense gas pains.
Oh.
And the doctor said it was her diet that was doing it, and so she had to stop eating the stuff to make her so farty.
But I also had a theory. When I saw this story, I'm thinking maybe she just had some stomach pains and went to the hospital so it would be reported on so she gets her name out even more.
And now the farts are more valuable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's less of them, she can double their price.
I'm calling
Maybe.
a PR stunt on this. I mean, I know it's shocking that the fart jar girl wants attention.
Yeah, this is a genius PR move, though. I'm applauding her yet again.
I think her BH is just fine, and this is a PR stunt.
You might be right.
PR for the BH.
Yeah, you might be right. I got another story about a hot chick doing something gross. Former Miss Universe Australia, Olivia Molly Rogers, took to Instagram to report her experiences with a lesser-known side effect of having COVID, chronic belching. She said, I can't stop burping. And she learned that burping is, in fact, a COVID symptom because it's part of the gastrointestinal symptoms of COVID. It's not very common, but that was her odd side effect, is she was just bleh, bleh, walking around all day burping. It's kind of hard to do if you want to be Miss Australia.
Yeah. You don't want a belchy contestant in your pageant.
It's very gassy. Whack
It
out
was, yeah.
news.
Hot chicks are gas.
Most people don't find that hot.
No.
Most people do not.
Yeah. Interesting thing here in science, researchers have successfully taught a goldfish to navigate in a car on land. They wanted to know if an animal's innate navigational abilities only work in their home environments or whether these skills are also universal. So to test it, they attached a set of wheels under a small goldfish tank, and using a specialized camera system, they recorded and translated the fish's movements into directions for the wheels going forward and back and to the side. And after just a few days of learning the system, they said the fish could successfully move the car to the target they wanted to see up close.
Yeah, these people have too much free time. If y'all want to be in the lab doing experiments so bad, go try to cure cancer.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty awesome story.
Well, I mean, Uber's trying to find drivers, so...
Fish drivers.
Well, it just shows you, once again, maybe we don't know everything about all these creatures on the planet. Maybe they're a little smarter,
Yeah.
a little bit more organized than we thought.
Yeah. They say that the fish even was able to show the ability to recover and get back on track after bumping into a wall.
He's already a better driver than Jaybird.
Oh, you've got a lot of balls. You are a horrific driver. Terrible. My gosh.
And I'm not sure what happened here, but you've heard about sacrificing the virgin to the volcano gods.
Yes.
Not sure what went on, but a 75-year-old guy went missing on Monday.
If he was still a virgin, that's sad.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if he was or not. Not part of the story, but we do have the sad report that he fell 100 feet into Hawaii's Kilauea volcano. Kilauea volcano.
Oh, that sucks for him. But I think a lot of people get up there and try to take pictures, and they lose their footing.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what his motive was or what got him to that point. But that was it. So
That's a tough way right there,
is
man.
that a
Yeah.
tough way or not? That's a tough way to go, right?
I don't feel like you die right away. I think it's going to take a second or two, no?
I think you'd hit that lava and it'd be pretty quick.
You think it's
right?
going to be pretty instant?
I think so.
Well, was there lava, or was he just hitting rock?
I think it's pretty active. But he might hit rock first, but I think it is active.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to hit the rock and all of a sudden it's just like half lava, half rock. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that could be bad.
Could be bad. Yeah, very bad. Yeah, this makes sense. 61% of Americans are eating more leftovers than ever since the start of the pandemic began. Get it? Because, hey, we don't want anything that's too involved. Just keep it easy. Laying around. I love it. I mean, everything I eat is, I guess, in a sense, you would call it a leftover. I got the food delivery service, so.
It is prepared somewhere else and then reheated by you.
It's a leftover, yeah. I eat nothing but leftovers, and I love it. I think people are finding that, hey, it's good. In fact, there are some foods, especially ones that are a little bit more flavorful to me.
Yes.
Sabor, Virginia. It's like good. It just, the heat sinks in, and a day later or 2 days later, it hits its peak.
One that I had over the Christmas break, and I heated it up, and it was a leftover, and it was really good. It was cheese lasagna.
Okay.
And it tasted really good. It didn't taste dry.
Okay.
Had enough sauce in it. I'm like, oh, it's a good leftover food.
Everything that I love making, all my favorite Cajun staples. Gumbo for me is always number one. Then red beans and rice is number two. Then jambalaya is number three. And then crawfish is number four. All of them are wonderful reheated.
Right, yeah.
I don't hate lo mein reheated either of the Chinese food. I like a lo mein reheated.
That works out really well.
For me personally.
Sometimes a noodle can be tricky, though.
Well, so can rice.
Mac and cheese can be great or awful because it can be too loose and gooey.
But you can say the same thing about the rice. I mean, you got to make sure you know what you're doing.
Oh, my rice is always nice.
Yeah, it's tricky. Now, they asked people, too, when they did this survey, what are the foods that you like eating as a leftover the most? Number 5 on their list was rice. 55% said rice, and pasta was 4th with 60%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think just for the reason that they can be tricky.
They can.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to put a little bit of water with it or something like that. There's maybe a little hack you need to do to make it come back to peak performance.
You do have to add some water or something. You know, you when you put the rice in, aren't you supposed to put a cup of water in there to kind of absorb it a little bit too?
Yeah, you just gotta look at it. You need to eyeball it.
Oh, this is already making me right where I want to be.
Yeah, you got an empty tummy.
Every day you get him all kicked up with this food porn
Well,
talk.
I got sick. I have nothing in my stomach. I'm so hungry right now.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go. They got meat at 62%. That's third place for the third leftover we like the most. Pizza is just above that at 63%. And I think it's like we love pizza so much, but to that point, we discussed this a good bit here on this show. How to properly reheat pizza. It's not necessarily so easy, and just throwing it in the microwave is not really the way to go.
You can blow reheating pizza in a matter of seconds. It can turn so quickly. In the blink of an eye, pizza's done.
The best way is put it in a skillet and put it on top of the stove in the beginning. And then for the last couple minutes, cover it because you want the cheese on top to melt, but you still want to get that crisp on the bottom.
We call that the hover and cover. You got to hover around and you got to cover because once you leave, that's when the bad stuff happens. Hover and cover. Virginia's backing me up on that.
But here's the problem that I have with pizza as a leftover, though. It's almost more difficult to eat it the second time than it was just to make it originally the first.
It is tricky, and you might want to add a little tiny bit of olive oil, heat it up really hot before you throw that pizza crust
well,
on
you're
there.
either going to take leftovers seriously or not. And if you're not, maybe you shouldn't be listening to this right now.
Okay. And number one for the best food to eat as a leftover, soups. 79%. In fact, it's a big difference between pizza and soups. Pizza was 63%. 79% said soups is the best thing to eat. And I will tell you, that absolutely is true. What I was talking about, how they build flavor.
Yes.
You know, like my wife likes a good menudo or like a pozole or something like that. Those soups, boy, you have those the next day or 2 days later even.
I
You're like,
always-
oh man, they're so good.
I cook, if I'm doing a big thing with my gumbo, I will cook it a day ahead of time and then let it sit in the fridge for a day because it gets so much better the second day.
Soup, there it is. That's one of the restaurants I've always wanted to open.
So nobody's arguing with this?
No.
That soups are number one?
It's so
Yeah.
good.
And I think everyone on this program loves soups.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. And they're easy too. It's like, whereas pizza is a pain, a soup, you can't just throw in the microwave and you're good to go.
I like it thick, though. You better put a lot of stuff in it.
Oh, I do not like that wet ass soup. When it's too, I know
when
you're
it's too thin and there's
Yeah.
not enough good stuff, I want chunks of this and that and fun.
When it's watery, it's kind of gross.
Yeah, I don't want it too watery.
Two food items are the worst to keep as leftovers.
French fries has got to be on there.
Okay, you think that might be one? What's your guess, Virginia? See if you can get it right.
You know what? I don't like chicken because when you prepare chicken, you have to fully cook it all the way. And then
Okay.
when you reheat it, it's too dry. I don't like reheated chicken.
Unless
Okay.
you got one of those air fryers, French fries, I'd say even egg rolls, they get a little watery around.
Okay. All good guesses. What Americans said, though, are the two worst things to keep as leftover? Eggs and sushi.
Oh,
Oh,
sushi. Yeah, I would agree with that.
It smells disgusting, first of all.
Right.
I power through it, but I feel wrong when I'm doing it.
Salads don't keep well either. If you order a salad
Oh,
from
yeah,
a restaurant
yeah.
and you take it home with you, it's pretty gnarly.
If she's wet,
It just goes down by the minute.
It does.
Yeah, I would say pickle chips, too. Could you imagine trying to put those things into a refrigerator and then eating them later?
Pickle chips got about a 30-minute shelf life. And I might be being generous on
I
that.
think you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've even said that. There are some places you got 5 minutes. It's a 5 minutes of ecstasy, but at minute 7, it's a completely different ride.
And it's not that they still don't taste good.
Yeah.
They're good, but it's not that.
They're
they've
degrading
lost
so
something.
quickly.
Yeah.
They degrade so quickly. Well, interesting stuff. Hopefully you're all hungry like
Oh
Bird is.
my gosh.
Yeah. Time for the Rocco match game. Virginia's got a son, Rocco. Is he 6 now?
He is 6.
Wow, okay. Time is flying, Virginia.
He'll be 7 in July.
You had any calls from school lately about his questionable language?
No, we've really tried to beat it into him that
Yeah.
you can't talk like that at school. At home, you can kind of just do whatever you want. But at school, please don't speak like that.
Okay, good. So he's kind of got that in control.
I hope.
Okay, well, what we've got here in the Rocco match game, we have your son Rocco saying a sentence, and we've bleeped out one word. Now, you'll have 3 chances here to try to get a match, to match up the word that you think he actually said.
I'm not very good at this game. It's very challenging.
Well, Nikki is on here, a good friend from Fort Lauderdale. Hello, Nikki.
Hey guys.
How are you doing, Nikki?
Here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, now keep in mind.
Okay, listen, I feel like I already have an advantage because I've been listening to you guys for so long, and I've watched all his videos. I even remember when he posted his own without permission, and it had a lot of bad words in there.
I do remember that.
Well, he was, for a while, he was running the KVJ TikTok.
Which, who said that was a good idea?
Well, none of us understood TikTok but him.
Yeah. He goes rogue every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay, so just keep in mind here, Nikki, these are all FCC-friendly words.
Yes.
They may not feel that way, but yes, he's not actually saying anything dirty.
I still think I can get them.
Okay. All right, first sentence we got here from Virginia's son, Rocco. What is the word that we bleeped out here?
My mom baked some holiday cookies that looked like...
Okay, my mom baked some holiday cookies that look like... Okay, blank.
It looked like poop.
Okay, that looked like poop. Okay, that's your guess. Bird, what do you think?
I think it's chips. They look like chips.
Okay, that looked like chips. Okay. What exactly did Rocco say here?
My mom baked some holiday cookies that looked like Santa.
You know those little Santa cookies? You ever seen those?
Yeah.
Sugar cookies, you cut them off. And
I did. I baked up a
Wow,
storm.
good job, Virginia.
Yeah, I did. I did a lot of baking this Christmas.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. We got a couple more tries here for you, Nikki. Another sentence here from Rocco. Let's see if you can match up with the word we bleeped out.
For Christmas, I got to eat some pudding.
Okay. All right.
Chocolate.
Okay,
Chocolate.
going chocolate. What do you think here, Bird?
Can I hear it one more time?
Yes, you can. Yes. Okay.
For Christmas, I got to eat some pudding.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
What is it?
I think it's fig.
Okay. You think it's fig here, Rocco?
For Christmas, I got to eat some figgy pudding.
Oh,
figgy pudding.
Figgy. Okay, so it's a figgy. Okay, Bird, you got a match. Very nice.
Just like in the song.
Virginia, did you make that too?
Figgy pudding.
I think he had figgy pudding at Gaylord Palms.
Oh, okay.
They had all kind of Christmas stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, we got one more here for you, Nikki. Let's see if we can match this one up here in the Rocco match game. What is he actually saying in this?
I was looking at my neighbor's window, and I realized that she had a shaved...
Whoa, a shaved what?
Wait, hold on. What was that?
I was looking at my neighbor's window, and I realized that she had a shaved...
Oh my God.
Man.
Oh,
my God. I really hope he's saying dog or cat.
Okay.
I like the way you're thinking.
But I hear a P
It's
sound.
a P, so maybe let's get
I can't hear the
specific.
P.
A shaved...
Okay.
Maybe a
I was looking at my neighbor's window, and I realized that she had a shaved...
Poodle?
Do you want to take Jay Bird's advice and guess poodle?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I couldn't hear the P part, but yeah, I'll go with poodle.
I was looking at my neighbor's window, and I realized that she had a shaved poodle.
Shaved poodle. Yeah, sometimes you'll shave those things. Yeah, wow. Every now and then you'll shave those things. All right, well, thanks for playing along, Nikki. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2022.
Absolutely.
you're awesome.
We'll see
You
you
too.
real soon. Real soon.
Real nice.
How do you know if you have got a secret camera recording you when you go to an Airbnb, maybe even a hotel? Who knows? Because it's so tricky anymore. They can put cameras in absolutely anything, and that's been an issue. There have been many stories of people who have gone to Airbnbs and they found out, or they found a camera and then they did some research. They found out it was just a creeper that was doing that. Sometimes it is couples that did that. Remember with the nanny that found the camera?
Yes.
That they had in the room and they were watching the nanny undress and keeping footage of it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just twisted stuff. You would never think you would need this information, but you just might if you're ever in a situation where you're sleeping any place strange that you don't control the atmosphere.
In the history of your life, do you think you've been in a room, a hotel room or a motel room, and you've been secretly recorded at least one time, or a dressing room one time?
I'm sure of it because think about how many times you've been in, I mean, for me, a hotel bathroom, a public restroom, a public changing room, an Airbnb.
The history of any of those, at least one time?
I've never really taken the time to look. You know, especially in Airbnbs. I've been in a bunch of those and I've never looked.
That's one of those stats I wish we could really know.
Probably. I mean, the way the cameras are out there now, I kind of hope that maybe I have, because if you had some creeper that was looking, I would be the part where he'd be like, oh my God, the gross white guy.
He'd fast forward through your.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at him bending over. Where's the hot chicks?
He's just there to try to see your wife.
Yeah, right. He got me instead. I'd be like dancing in front of the mirror and.
The messed up thing that, you know, if you start thinking about it, think of all the Airbnbs you've been in and you brought your kids.
Sure, yeah. That's why I think this is a really good thing to know. Actually, I got some valuable information from TikTok. It was a security expert saying how you can find hidden cameras in your room. He said, now, first of all, you got to know where they'll typically put them. They'll be in fire alarms, smoke detectors, digital clocks will have them a lot. In fact, even some wall outlets he showed would have a camera in it. Could you believe that? A wall outlet that you would have, the plug.
I would never think to look, but yeah, we should be looking.
Showed a phone charger. And the phone charger, have you seen the block? It's typically a block you plug in. The block he showed us, it's a camera, and he showed how it was a camera. I was like, wow, I never thought about putting a camera in that.
Be careful with old-timey paintings with a face, eyeballs. They have to look at you. Be careful with those.
I think that's only in Scooby-Doo.
All of his references are Scooby-Doo.
Yes. But you can do your own detective work. Here's what you do. You want to shine your cell phone's flashlight at certain spots of the device. It's kind of the same way with the two-way mirror. He demonstrated on what would be a bedside alarm clock. And he said this has a camera in it. It's just plastic and it looks dark. But when you took the flashlight from your phone and you would shine it, you could see, oh, wait, there's a camera in there.
You see the reflection of their lens.
Yes. And he did this with the fire alarms or the smoke detectors. You can do this as well. If there's a camera lens inside, you'll see a bluish reflection. Wow. That will come off the camera lens itself.
Okay.
So if you're looking at the smoke detectors, go up there and look carefully. And if you see kind of a round little hole, shine it there. If you see a bluish reflection, you're looking at a camera that's looking at you.
And then what you do is you take an ink pen and shatter it.
Yeah, or
I
something.
would.
Yeah, you might want to do something.
I'll rip the thing out the wall and then shove it right up as you know what.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but unfortunately, the way the world is today, there's a lot of creepy, seedy people that are out there doing these kind of things. And Airbnbs, and especially here in South Florida, it's more popular than ever going and staying someplace like that.
Creepy people love technology.
Oh, they
love
do.
it.
Yeah, they're good at it. So that's why you got to know that stuff. You know, one person that was big into filming with the secret cameras, the Jeffrey Epstein dude. That is one of the stories about him, about how many tapes, just hours and hours of tapes he had, and who might have been on those tapes.
Well, he would set up his sleazy dirtbag friends with these underage girls, and they'd be all excited to hook up with these underage girls, but he'd record them supposedly and then blackmail these creepy friends that some of them were powerful people.
Well, because people were trying to figure out, how did Jeffrey Epstein get all this money? This is a guy that didn't come from wealth. I think at one point he was like a university professor or something like that. Like he's not doing the kind of things that you get the money to buy islands.
He wasn't even a university professor. He was a high school professor at a private school in New York.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and he started meeting influential people that way.
And then you had the Ghislaine Maxwell trial where she was convicted on 4 of the 5 counts that they had her on. You thought, okay, great. She's going to start rolling over on big names. But her brother's saying, no, she's not going to say anything. There was no introduction of a plea deal, but I do have some interesting news. There might be a break in the case, and we might actually get to see all these big-time names that are associated with Jeffrey Epstein, and it's originating right here in Palm Beach County. I'll give you the details on it next. Well, just a second ago, we're letting you know what you need to do if you want to find out there's a hidden camera in your hotel room, Airbnb, wherever you might be. They're all over the place now, and that's just really one of the creepy things. The technology has given creepers such an advantage. And boy, the old days, what was it, just Polaroids? Now they got endless stuff.
You don't even have to leave your house. You're able to hack into people's, Alexa. You're able to hack into their computer.
Absolutely. The creepers have the advantage. They really do. And that was one of the themes that had come out. Even as he was doing this and didn't have the technology, Jeffrey Epstein was apparently making extensive tapes and footage of the people that Ghislaine Maxwell was bringing in. And then it sounded like he was, kind of pimping these girls out even to some of these wealthy people who either were then paying him for the services or there was a blackmail thing that was going on because he had these videos of those people. From the documentary I saw, and it's a great one. It's on Netflix, and it's very much about Palm Beach County. It's dirty, filthy, something or other.
Yeah.
But if you go search Epstein for it, you'll find it on Netflix. And that was really, in a sense, what they had said and alluded to. But there's just this barrier where we've never been able to get through some of these documents. When they were trying Jeffrey Epstein before in Palm Beach County, and he got that slap on the wrist, that ridiculous jail sentence, and then they, put the lid on all the evidence that they had for that, and it's sealed, and state laws now, we can't release this information. And you're saying, well, Ghislaine Maxwell is all we have to possibly bring these people. It's like, that this Prince Andrew had something to do with this. And you're like, is this weaselly dude going to not come to justice because he's going to be protected by these ridiculous laws or the monarchy or whatever it might be?
And that's your key word right there, laws.
Yeah.
I bet you there are some powerful lawmakers on this list, and they are making sure that it continues to be redacted, which means we can't see certain names. But that's not fair. We need to know, who are these people? Ghislaine Maxwell, a woman, can't be the only person that goes down for all of the sins of Jeffrey Epstein and his male friends.
Is there a name on there that would shock you? Like, what's the most shocking name that could be on in that list of names of celebrities?
If you just look what has already come out on the itinerary of who was flying on the plane over to the seedy Epstein Island, you've got former presidents that are on there
from both political parties.
Yeah.
So don't call us all mad.
Yeah, I mean that's a good place to jump off, and then there's a whole bunch of other really big names.
It starts at the top politically.
It does,
and then goes down.
Yeah.
You have artists, entertainers, supermodels, powerful people.
And they may have just gone there. They have no idea what's going on. They just think he's a dude that has a cool island. They go swimming and they have a lunch, and that's all they see and don't know anything else.
And that helps him add to the mystique of being able to draw in these young girls. When they know that celebrities are on the island too, they're like, oh yeah, I want to go hang out with these big name celebrities.
Most shocking name would be Tim Tebow. That'd be the most shocking name that could be in there.
It would be shocking because Tim Tebow would have been about 7, I think, when a lot of this was going on.
That would be shocking.
Yeah. So what is going to be interesting is if they're going to be able to delve into some of these records. And there's even just some mysterious stuff that had happened, with the district attorney and the sheriff and all that kind of stuff. Be like, why do we not know more about this? Well, right here in Palm Beach County, there's Joseph Abruzzo, who is the Palm Beach County clerk of the circuit court and comptroller. And he says he would love to let you know everything that happened in this secret grand jury involving Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
But he can't because the laws won't allow it. But he is pressing the Florida legislature to change the state law. And if they did, and if we put enough pressure on them...
Come on, Joe.
Then Joe would be able to leave no stone unturned to do whatever I can to shed full light and public disclosure on the Jeffrey Epstein case. That's what he wants. So he's pushing for it. So if you thought, and I was a little discouraged after the Ghislaine Maxwell and her buzz, like, no deal was offered. She will not roll over. She will not talk. We're not going to go anywhere with
this. Yeah, because she knows they'll kill her.
Yeah.
If she decides she wants to talk, you will find her dead in her cell because there are powerful lawmakers on that list.
I feel everybody deserves to see what is in that secret grand jury that happened here in Palm Beach County with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes.
That's only fair. That's only right.
There should be no secrets when it comes to sexually abusing young girls and children.
Yeah.
You're talking about young girls.
That's just justice is all that is. So hopefully they're doing that. I don't know who we need to write to or to encourage, but the Florida legislature, apparently the ball is in your court. Do the right thing and change the state law to allow the release of this secret grand jury proceeding testimony. Want to hear what's in there.
Yeah, who are these people who represent us specifically in this legislature? What are their names?
You just want to know one way or the other. One, it could be completely shocking and condemning, and people who need to be brought to justice can and will, or it could be nothing. But at the very least, we would say every stone was unturned. You got to find out everything that happened in this. There were no secrets. Because that's why we don't trust governments. We don't trust the legal system because it tends to protect people that are powerful and wealthy.
We got to protect the victims,
right?
Not the scumbags that hurt them.
Yeah, so we'll see where it goes. But there is possible light that all could come out. We'll see what happens. All right, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here live on YouTube in just about 10-15 minutes. You can always get it on demand and check it out on the WRMF app. Before we get there, Bird, wrap it up with your thought for the day.
Well, it's National Bird Day.
Yes, it is.
So this one's for you bird lovers out there. Birds born in a cage think flying is an illness.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.